You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your Mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Hello, single smart female. This is your romantic fairy godmama. I am coming to you today with a single smart female listener question. Now, ladies, this is a really good question. And I've got some great stuff for you today, so listen up. Miss Mantourage Maven of New Mexico writes, Dear Jen, I've been Mantourage dating for 10 months and loving it. Currently, I am dating 2 men regularly. One for 10 months, one for 6 months. I'm also meeting new men online and going on occasional dates to expand my Mantourage. I know Mantourage dating is not about lying, playing games, and breaking hearts. And as my relationships with these 2 main men deepen, I'm starting to feel more uneasy about dating other men at the same time. I don't want to hurt anyone. I super value honesty and trust, and at times can feel as if I'm not fully living up to those values. I worry what might happen if one of these men sees me on a date with another man, and or how they would feel if they knew I had another fairly significant active relationship. One of these men did ask me to be exclusive, and I'm not ready for that with him now, and I might not ever be ready for that with this particular man. Do I tell him that? Do I tell him that I am dating other men? The other man hasn't mentioned exclusivity, and I am fairly certain he is dating other women, although we don't explicitly talk about it. How do I Mantourage date and engage these beautiful, evolving, intimate, vulnerable relationships while being honest and not hurting anyone? What happens if you find yourself falling in love with 2 men in your Mantourage at the same time? How do I manage feelings of guilt and deception that sneak into the Mantourage experience? Why not tell these men that I'm dating other men? What do I risk in doing so and in not doing so? Thank you, Jen. Okay. Like I said, lots of great questions here. So let's dive into them. So my first question I would actually ask you is, what does it mean if one of these men sees you with the other man? Now, I'm going to guess, like many women, there is an overwhelming amount of fear of the negative what ifs. What if he doesn't want to talk to me again? What if I break his heart? What if he loses his shit? What if he this? What if he that? What if he tells me he never wants to see me again and he thinks I'm a disgusting, horrible human being? How fucking dare I explore my options in men? Yeah, there's a long list of what ifs. Are some of them possibilities? Yeah. In life, most possibilities exist. More likely, which is the possibilities that you're not considering, and what you, if you really do want to dedicate yourself to becoming an adored woman, need to start considering are what if the other what ifs. What if he completely understands? What if he basically tells me that he finds me to be an amazing woman and he wants to continue to see me and see where it goes? And what if it deepens our relationship? What if it triggers a moment of extreme clarity and I realize that I really do want to be with this man? What if all the good things happen? Those are a lot of the things that you're not considering in your what if list. So I want you to put a what if list together, a positive what if list together, instead of going directly into the fear. We are daily cultivating this society of complete and utter fear around everything. And we're no longer considering the possibility and the what ifs on the positive note of all the different stuff that can happen, which I see happen all the time because we are hyper-focused on the negative what ifs. So that's the first thing you need to do. You need to put together that what if, in this scenario, what if on the positive side? What are those? So the next thing you ask is, do I tell him that I am dating other men? If he asks, sure, say yes. Say yes, I am. I don't think that there's any real benefit, and I've seen it enough times to know, for people to sit there and to assess, like if he tells you he's dating this woman and this woman, and he thinks this about her. He doesn't know where he is. It doesn't help us relax in the relationship. It's too much information for us to process. We're very emotional human beings. If he asks you, yes, I'm not asking you to lie by any means. Go ahead. If you feel good about it, you tell him. But I also don't think that it's an absolute necessity to do. There is an understanding when two people start dating until they get into a relationship that it's not. It doesn't have to be exclusive. And you don't have to discuss all those details of it because you owe yourself the ability to learn to enjoy this fully. Which pieces of it you are definitely doing. I'm very proud of you for that. Okay. So you asked, how do I engage these two men? By continuing your Mantourage dating experiences, by taking them on a moment-by-moment basis and enjoying each moment with them fully and appreciating it for what it is and allowing to see what develops and what happens. Now, you asked, what happens if you fall in love with two guys in your Mantourage at the same time? You can develop a lot of feelings, a lot of affectionate feelings, but it's actually kind of rare that it happens. But if it does happen, lucky you. Lucky you. We always see these things as, again, a negative experience. You know, what a privilege to be able to love two human beings completely at the same time and to experience what that's like and to be filled with so much love and to allow yourself the option of seeing where that takes you instead of being afraid of that shit and shutting it down. Most of us have no clue what it feels like to be in love with two people at the same time, and we've already deemed it negative because it means we're going to have to make this horrendous choice. What if you don't have to make that right away? What if you know down in your heart, even if you are to fall in love, you'll end up making the right decision regardless, and it doesn't have to be excruciatingly painful. You know, like the narrative that they give you in every movie that addresses this or a film, book, or otherwise. Again, what if? You don't know unless you're willing to face the fear of it and explore what the adventure might actually bring. And yeah, it's going to take you building your romantic courage around it. But I never said that being an adored woman was for the faint of heart. I never said that this was a place where you're going to get to play safe all the time. There are things that you're going to have to explore and that are going to break you wide open and let you truly enjoy this life to the fullest and to experience the full gamut of being alive. Now, here we go. We're going to talk about some fun stuff here that you may not like when I say this. I'm going to tell you that I believe at this point, based on your submission, that you're actually hyper-focused to a certain degree on the man, and you're really holding out for the man who hasn't talked about exclusivity with you. And I do actually believe, aside from some social conditioning, that the guilt and deception is actually coming from there because there's a piece of you that's holding out for him. And you're secretly hoping that he's the one that's going to step up and ask you for exclusivity. And I'm going to tell you that I understand it. I totally get it. I don't fault you for it, but it is important for you to understand that it is okay, even in these conditions, even if you believe at this point in time that the other gentleman is not the one and that you don't believe he'll ever be the one. That shit can change. And the thing is that we think we understand everything and we know everything, especially when it comes to romantic feelings, and that we understand what the realm of our chemistry is with people and what type of guys we like and all that. And I'm telling all of you ladies, you haven't even touched the tip of all the different possibilities. So give yourself permission to explore. Let yourself stay in the moment saying, I'm not quite sure. I know that this is going to turn out well and I'm going to create a romantic life that I absolutely love, but I don't know what every piece is going to look like getting there. And it's okay for me to just stay in the moment and truly enjoy open myself up and enjoy my Mantourage and not practice feeling guilty and deceptive all the time. When I'm coming to the table, no, maybe I'm not giving him an entire list of everything my romantic life includes right now, but he may not be asking either. And so that is okay. We don't have to share all the intimate details. It is okay if somebody asks you for exclusivity to tell you, just like I did with my husband, I'm really flattered, but no thank you. I'm not ready yet. and to continue that for a while. And if they press you on it and they ask you, is this ever going anywhere? And you can be honest in that moment and tell them, I really enjoy my time with you. I love spending time with you, but I still don't know. And I understand, if that makes you uncomfortable, you get to do what you need to do. Not, again, you don't want to give them all the words around it. I really want you ladies to step away from trying to tell men how they think and they feel and just stay in your thoughts and your feelings. But, you're basically just saying, this is where I'm at. It's okay where I'm at. I'm really enjoying getting to know you and seeing and opening up to you, but I'm not ready for exclusivity. Yeah, you're going to hit some bumps with that at times. And you'll also see that any man that's worth it at all, he'll still give you permission to do that, and he'll come back around. And men that aren't okay with it, and that probably aren't a good idea long term, they'll fall off completely and permanently. And that's okay too. You don't owe somebody your love. You do owe men, if you decide to spend time with them, respect and appreciation and, a genuine interest in getting to know them and seeing if something actually will evolve from it. But you don't owe them the end result just because you said yes to dating them. And I want to make that so very clear so all of you can really quit saying that you're this courageous, badass woman and actually start being a courageous, badass woman, because this is the place that we're struggling the most. And what I can tell you is when you start to move past the fear of this and really giving yourself permission, allowing yourself and exploring these options, there's nothing in life. Now, I'm not even talking about just romantically. Then there becomes nothing in life that you can't do, have, be, achieve, and experience. Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. Mantourage dating the right way requires you to build courage unlike anything you've done before. But it will be the single most transformative moment in creating everything you've ever wanted. Hey again, lover girl. Don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you're ready to finally have your own romantic fairy godmama at your fingertips, meet me at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com to schedule your application interview.